Mic is on now. Okay, are we ready here? Sure. I'm going to take the interpreter off of the screen now. Okay, we're letting everyone in. Okay, everyone. Can everyone see me now? If you can see me, go ahead and type something. I assume everyone can see me and we are ready to go. Are we ready to celebrate? Awesome, beautiful. I'm thrilled to have you all here and see Daniel perform for us today. He's going to give us a beautiful show related to the holiday of Purim. Let you know, I will be moderating here. So I'm going to be accepting people as they are knocking into this virtual Zoom and trying to get access. Now I'm going to take it over. I'm going to give it over to Daniel now, and he is going to start us off. So let me spotlight him first. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you all today. Thank you so much for joining. The first important thing that I want to do is show you something here. And here we are, the Purim show. I'm curious, who already has dressed up for Purim? Who's gotten into costume for this festive holiday? Raise your hand. Who has already gone and dressed up? And what did you put on when you first dressed up? Is it your first time? Congratulations. And raise your hand, please. Who has already put on this costume? Okay, so I've put on a costume every day and I'm so tired. I'll show you. It's not just one time a year, it's every day that I put on all these different kinds of costumes. And remember, the first time that I put on a costume, I think I was a clown. First time I was about 7. So now I really, really want to thank you. Here I am tipping my hat to Job. He gave me this opportunity to come to Jacob. He gave me this opportunity to come up here and perform for all of you. And also thank you so much to everyone who wanted to come and participate tonight. So I know we're going to get into it right now. So now I have this question, but I've forgotten it actually. I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Daniel. This is my name sign here. It's not Daniel over here on my ear. It is Daniel here on my eye. And, I have different kinds of glasses. And I was born in Kazakhstan, in Russia, the USSR. And very close to Uzbekistan. When I was 9, I moved to Israel. I've been there for the last 25 years. And then I moved here. And it's great to really see the culture and the deaf community. And I know that we have all different kinds of languages here and we sign. Oh, what happened? Okay, so I know 4 languages: RSL, ISL, ASL, and an international gestural language. All of those are going to be incorporated in my performance today. And hey, everyone, before I start this wonderful show, I want you all to really think about the story of Esther. You don't have to be super knowledgeable about it, or you could know a little bit, you could know a lot, but I need your help here. If there's someone who wants to respond, please raise your hand. We'll spotlight you and you can give us an answer here. Who really wants to describe the story of Esther? Come on, don't be nervous. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be planned, doesn't have to be prepared. Come on, I want to see it. Who's ready? Who's ready? Let's see. Let me see those hands up in the air. Hello, everyone. Hello, Daniel. I'm so excited to see you. I've been looking forward to this show, and here we are. The story about Esther. I'm not really sure what his name was. He had a very long name. He had many wives, and he was very interested in Esther. So he had his choice of any woman in the land, and he picked Esther. He didn't know her background. He wanted to marry this beautiful woman. As time goes on, that king's best friend or right-hand man was Haman. And he really hated the Jewish people. His father hated the Jewish people. They had been hating all of the Jews for a very long time. And Haman really did not like Mordecai. Mordecai was Esther's uncle. So I don't know about the rest of the family, but I do know about that. And Mordecai would not bow down to Haman. All of them, everyone else would bow down, and Mordecai decided he would not. He refused. And we all said, as Jewish people, we will not bow down to anyone. We believe in God. We will not bow down to anyone else. And, I don't know, maybe Jacob Salem. I don't know about anyone else, but we will not bow down to Haman. And so we knew that because Mordecai refused to bow down, then they decided, let's go ahead and kill him. Haman really wanted to kill him. So Esther found out and decided that she could not let that happen. So she asked the king, Ahasuerus, that you cannot kill Haman, you cannot kill Mordecai. And he was shocked because the two of them were Jewish. And he really said that if Esther is Jewish and I care so deeply for her, then we cannot kill Mordecai. We cannot kill Esther. We should kill Haman instead. And that really shows a great deal of feminism. And you can see how that impacts us throughout history. So in the end, the Jews were saved, and Esther was the one who was really in the forefront of that. Yes, thank you so much. That is exactly right. I also want to add a few things. This really happened before Jesus Christ, so about 1,500 years before that. And the king didn't know Esther's background. The uncle, Mordecai, said, please don't tell the king that you're Jewish, your family is Jewish. And Haman actually had really prepared. King Ahasuerus, he had some alcohol, and it happened that one day Mordecai joined them, and King Ahasuerus was at work with the guards, and there were two guards who actually planned to kill the king. Mordecai heard and actually let Queen Esther know about those guards' malicious plans. She told the king that they were plotting his death, and King Ahasuerus ordered those guards to be put to death. At the same time, they were having some wine, and the king got a little bit tipsy, a little bit drunk, and they were in a room, just listening to the storybook. People were sharing stories with each other. And, they knew that Mordecai had protected the king, and they remembered that. And at the same time, Haman came and said, please, I really want to kill Mordecai. And the king was very upset. Plus, Haman actually, went up and said was trying to flirt with Esther, and actually molested her or assaulted her sexually. So after that, Haman was put to death. There was a celebration, and there you have it. So really good job, everyone, for helping me with the story of Purim. Okay, are we ready for an ABC story? Are you all ready? Are we watching? There will be no interpretation for this. Now we're going to give you a number story, numbers 1 through 25. Are we ready? 1 through 25. Here we go. Now it's time for jokes. Joke box 25. Are we ready? I'm in New York City. I'm in the middle of everything. There are people everywhere. And I am a poor Jewish man. At the same time, we are celebrating Purim. But I'm so poor. I'm on the streets in New York City and I'm just there. And there are all these papers around everywhere, rustling about. And I see, what does this say? Today it says we are celebrating Purim. And whoever is Jewish, who is starving, who is hungry, who are ill, sick, they get $200. Oh my God, I want that. I could get that. Let me think. Maybe I'll just lie about it. Okay, perfect. I'll say that my nose doesn't work. So I get to the place, and there's a Jewish doctor there, actually, and he's pretty rich. And I say, look at this, look what I found. He says, I don't mind helping you. And again, this day is supposed to be happy. Those who are sick, who are ill or starving, we need to try to help them to get a better life for today. So he has this medicine. I'm sorry, he's the doctor. And he asked me what's wrong. And I say, it's my nose. My nose doesn't work. I can't smell anything. When I go to the bathroom, I can't smell anything. I'm starting to get worried because I should be able to smell it. I throw things in the trash. I can't smell them. If it's my nose doesn't work and I'm starving and I'm in need, can you help me? And he says, okay, I'll help you. Hold on 1 second. And he goes up to this very, very beautiful, voluptuous woman. And he says, 25 boxes, please. So the woman brings over these boxes. And he says, look, smell them, smell this. And the poor man smells it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it hurts my nose. Whatever. It almost pulled out one of my nose hairs. It was so bad. The doctor says, your nose works. There you go. You're cured. Happy Purim. You can go out and get your food. And I say, and the poor man goes, how do I convince him? So the next hour he's thinking, how do I convince him? How do I get $250? What do I do? I know, I'll just lie. I'll go to the doctor and I'll lie. I'll say, I can't remember anything. I kind of lost my mind. So the old man, the hungry man goes to the doctor and I say, I've lost my way. I can't remember anything. I don't know what to do. I don't know where I am. Who am I? I don't know what's going on. I look for things. I throw them in the trash and I don't know where my food is. Please help me. Please help me. The doctor says, okay, I can help you. I can help you. He says, that same woman, see that those boxes over there? Go get a box for me. So she gets a box. The poor man says, no, I remember my nose hair almost fell out after smelling that last box. And the doctor says, you remember. Sorry. You have to go get that food yourself. Happy Purim. And the man is enraged. How is he going to get that $250? So he left. And later on, 2 hours later, he's thinking, how can I get that $250? And he says, sorry, my penis doesn't work. All right. So he goes to the doctor and he says, I have a problem. I have a problem. The doctor says, what's your problem? And he goes, I don't know how to tell you this, but my penis doesn't work. What do I do? And the doctor says, oh, I can try to help you. The doctor said, woman, please get that box, the 25th box. And the man says, if you one more time get that 25th box and bring it over to me, I'll fuck you. And the doctor says, really? He said, yes, I will fuck you and I'll fuck that woman. And the doctor says, so? Means your penis works. Ah! All right, moving on. Who wants to explain for us what is the meaning of Purim? Who can get spotlighted here and tell us what is the meaning of Purim? Who wants to explain? Okay, hold on. We're going to figure out the technology. Hello. Hello. So, what does Purim mean? Simply, Purim means that we should enjoy ourselves, we should imbibe, we should drink, listen to music, dance, be merry. Plus, of course, we have to show our awesome and silly and fun costumes and show our different the different ways we dress up. And Daniel is saying, what does Purim mean? Purim. It's one word. If you had to substitute that with another word, what would it be? It's a holiday. It's a holiday. Close, close. If you're Jewish, it means that you should be happy. Haman is dead. We're all celebrating. It's a really good time. No, but more specifically, okay, who else? Good job, good job. Who else? Who else can help me here? Who else? Who else wants to volunteer? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It means lottery. I would say Purim means lottery. You know, how they would find Jewish people that they wanted to kill was almost like picking people out of a lottery. Uh, and that's my answer. Maybe you can ask other people and they will give you a better explanation. All right, one more. One more. Jacob, do you want to explain for us what Purim means? Or are you busy over there? Okay, someone else. Someone else. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be nervous. It'll be great. Hello. Purim means to dress up or costume or a mask. Purim's not a dress. Okay, I'm going to respond. Very good job. Thank you for that explanation. So before I go ahead and show you, which, now, if you had to pick one, two, three, or four, which one do you think means Purim? Two, two, okay, what else? Four? Number one? Really, really, it's number three. Number three. And remember, Ira had said lottery. So, like, for example, Haman, he was really preparing He really had a plan here to kill all of those Jewish babies. Haman wanted to kill all of them. And so we're going to go back to the slide. Fate. Fate is what we're talking about here. So number 3 again is fate. The entire Jewish community would have been killed by Haman, and then his family would have carried on that message. So really, that word Purim, P-U-R, is their word for fate. And so just want to make sure that that is clear for everyone before we continue. Okay. Now we're going to talk about visual vernacular. And visual vernacular does not have any ASL in it. It doesn't have any Russian Sign Language, Israeli Sign Language. It doesn't have any. It's really just something to watch and to take in. And I'm going to tell this story with my hands and my facial expressions and my body. Did everyone understand that? Jacob, did you understand? Can someone let me know what they thought my story was? What did you understand? So people were watching a story. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Next. Varet, do you have a comment? So the king, he was in control, and then Haman, he was a bad guy, and then they eventually hung him. Very, very, very clear. And without ASL, right? Just visual vernacular. Moving on. I'm curious. Hold on one second. Here we go. I'm curious. You know, why, as everyone in the world goes, why do they go, are you deaf? Are you hearing? Are you hard of hearing? Come on, tell me why that is. Why do people say that? I think it's because, you know, people ask if you're deaf or hard of hearing or hearing, you know, they're just curious about who you are, what your identity is like. So they'll ask different kinds of questions like that. Okay. So Daniel thinks you're right. But, you know, is it dependent on how you look? If what your eyes are, how they're shaped, if you're black, if you're white, you know, obviously you can see other traits about a person, but you can't tell if they're deaf or hearing or a coda based on what they look like. You know, but maybe it's because when you know that you see another deaf person, you know that you're home. So the international answer tends to be what? Let's take a look. We're going to watch this video here. And you want to see that we can do that again. Let's watch this clip again here. Awesome. So what's next? I have a question for you all. What is this? When I do this celebration here, when I do this sign, what does this mean? All right, let's hear it. It means bad. It means bad. I'm gonna I'm gonna drown it out with that sound. Good answer. Good answer. Right. So there's two reasons. When you do storytelling and you have that word Haman, we typically we make that sign. We want to kick him out. We want to banish him. He's gone for good. And Haman was a very, very bad person. Very bad. And when people would hear his voice, they would just shudder. And so they wouldn't want to hear his voice anymore. So they would make those noises to drown out the sound of his voice. And what are Hamantaschen? Can anyone explain the Hamantaschen? Jacob is saying, who should I pick? Who should I pick here? So we make Hamantaschen. Very good answer. Okay, anyone else? Any other kids? Any other kids? Let's give the kids a chance here. Because of we have Hamantaschen because of the hat. And so we use the shape and we make cookies out of it, and they are shaped like that hat, and we heat them up and they're all scrumptious. Okay, Adele. Here we are. Daniel's saying he wants one. Okay, so these Hamantaschen are not originally associated with Purim. Many, many years ago, in Yiddish, the word ementash, I think, that word was then converted to Hebrew to be amen. And so then it became kind of like a mix of those two words, almost like a game of broken telephone. And again, still not used for Purim. And then the reason, and again, so moving on to the third thing, what is that third item here that we want an explanation for? And Shmi? Marissa? And the reason is, if you are happy for Purim, then you want to give this to someone, and you can have a party and be happy together. Because you're happy and we're free and we are free. We were saved by Queen Esther. And what else? Who else can tell me why? And there's no wrong answer. That's very good. Good job. Who else? Who else? I think, giving things like candy or food or different types of gifts, giving those mitzvot are a nice thing.
Did she know you were going to tell your wife?
And right, we want to help people who are poor, like King Shlomo, like that same concept of that behavior. We want to help those who have less than we have. If we have an abundance, then we want to help those who have less or are in need. And so do you all see the title of this? Now I will describe what I'm talking about. So this story happened many, many years ago. And there are a bunch of different stories related to magic. There was a man who was exactly in the middle of this very small town. And this man studied and prayed, and he went to college and he was studying the Torah very vigorously. And his wife, she was young and they loved each other and they got married, they had a family, and their family started to grow. And then he set up a business, and then this man became very rich and wealthy and famous. And in that town, there were many poor people, and it was even worse at that time. So as he became richer and richer and richer, he forgot the Torah. He forgot about his studies. He thought about money all the time and was so hungry for more money. And it didn't matter how much he got, he wanted more and more and more until there was no end. So Purim came, and all of the Jewish people met in the town to help those who were in need. And so they would go door to door asking for food donations and things that they could give out to others. And they knew this man was rich. So they went and were very excited to ask him. And they said, "Do you mind helping our community? We want to celebrate Purim and give to those who are in need." And he was even more selfish, this man. He refused to donate to this good cause. He just wanted to keep it all from himself. And his wife had a very good heart. And she told him, we should give. And he said, "No, absolutely not." So she was embarrassed. She closed the door. And at the same time, one of the poor people who lived in that town, who was trying to celebrate, was there sad and disappointed and upset. So many years later, that wealthy man took a turn for the worst. He lost his business. He lost his wealth. He lost his home and his land, and he had to sell everything. And then he and his wife divorced. His wife kicked him out and then remarried another man who was nice and had a good heart and was very happy and, gave to the poor and was very respected in the community. The wife's new family wanted to give back to the community and invited people over who had less than. and said, the man said, before I went to people's houses who were richer than I was, and they kicked me to the curb. And the wife said, I know exactly what you're talking about. And the husband said, how do you know? And the wife said, that was my ex-husband's house. I was there. I was in the house when that happened. And the new husband knew and never said anything. He was never selfish. He always had a good heart. It was open for people who were in need. And so when we think about karma, we think about that story. Okay, I have a joke here. Are you ready? Are we ready? Here we go. So there were a father and two sons. And they were burly looking gentlemen. The man asked his son, what are you doing for Purim? What costume are you going to wear? Tell me. And the son said, for what? Why should I be excited and dress up and buy costumes and clothes? What a waste of time. School never gave me money to dress up. There's just 1 minute. In 1 minute, I can change my personality. Here you go. Now I'm a member of the Italian mafia. In 1 minute, here I am. The father looked at his son, said, man, my son is odd. Turned to his other son. He said, what are you doing? And the second son said, look, the school does nothing. They don't recognize me. They don't give me money. Nothing. They don't do anything. My brother is right. Why should I do something? I can change my personality in 2 seconds. See, I'll show you. Now I'm a beatboxer on the street. Fuck the police. The father looked at him, looked at both of his sons. See these sons? 2021. These kids are crazy. So they're at the school, and the son's there with his hat to one side. And he's I'm an American. They're cheap. Then you have the other son. I'm cheap. You're a mafia. Really, you have money. You got nothing. Okay. And the mafia son goes, I got nothing. What do you have? You're a bad boy. Okay, gangster. You're nothing either. And the gangster goes, you? Look at you. Look how silly you look. And no, you look worse. You look worse. Ha 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 ha. And the one son starts crying. And the father says, what is happening? And the one says, he's making fun of me. I'm upset. And the dad says, that's fine. Today, Purim changed your personality into a crybaby.